What's going on, guys? We are going to talk about 3 companies that have a 20% ROI. And we're going to start right now. I'm going to start sharing my screen with you guys, and we're going to get right into it. All that I ask is that you smash that like button if you see value in this, and subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. So first company we're going to talk about obviously is AMD, or Advanced Micro Devices Inc. We have the 4-hour chart pulled up, and as you can see, previously they went from levels of 155 to highs of 184 for about a 20% profit. Now there has been a nice pullback on this company for quite some time. So it actually pulled back about 19% in 8 days. Now, what does that tell us? Well, it can continue to fall, okay, continue to go down to this 141 level, so be aware of that. Okay, it can still come back down a little bit, but if we do start seeing signs of upward direction or signs of a reversal like it's showcased here, then we have an opportunity to be able to collect around a 20 to 22% profit when it comes back up to those highs. So I hope you guys can see that here with AMD. Now long term, if we pull up the daily, it has been it's been really bullish for quite some time, above that 200-day moving average or the green line, and every time it seems to come close to that line, it actually bounces back up, and then it comes back down and it bounces back up. So right here it is showcasing, let me see, let me pull up the daily again. Right here it is trying to bounce off of that 200-day EMA. We'll see if it happens tomorrow, as I am recording this on Sunday, July 21st. So we'll see what happens with AMD this week. I do have an alert set for if it does break this resistance level at about 160. If it does break that resistance level from 160 to 187, that would offer me a 17% profit. It would also start indicating signs of upward momentum. If you want to get in at this 150, not a bad price for AMD. Not a bad price at all. Okay, next is going to be NVIDIA. And yes, everyone's talking about NVIDIA right now, but NVIDIA's had a huge pullback. And if we look at the 4-hour chart, you can see here that it's had, again, strong growth over time, very strong growth. It's staying above that 200-day moving average. And it did dip below this area back in April and has gone up since. Now, it is past that 200-day moving average on the 4-hour. It is below it, and it is kind of trading in this little channel here. As you can see, it's got strong support about 119, 120, and strong resistance at 140 and 135 to 137. Now, since then, it has been able to go up 18% in 9 days previously. Another big push up was 12%. Another push up was a 6% move in 1 day, and then most recently it had a nice 9% run in 3 days. Now it has pulled back significantly since those highs of about 137. It's pulled back about 14% over the last 2 weeks or so. Now, if we can see this hold as a strong support at 119, then we can easily see this go back up to those levels and get about 19 to 20% profit, which would just be amazing on NVIDIA. Now, it doesn't mean it has to stay right here, so be cautious. This can actually dip even lower than where it is now. I see another support level being right about 117, and also even further down would be maybe right around this area, 108 to $100. Now, be aware of those support levels, okay? Now, last but not least, we have TQQQ, and this company has been going up for quite some time as well. When we pull up the daily, now let's pull up the 4-hour. When you pull up the 4-hour, same thing, has this nice long trajectory of going up. It had this pullback here recently in April from highs of 63 to lows of 48, pulling back about 23% in about 3 weeks, and then recovering all of it, 40% profit in 36 days. Had another little pullback here of about 12%, and then pushed all the way back up to that $78 level for a 33% profit in 20 days. Now it is trading within these little channels, these levels right here. As you can see, there are some levels of resistance, there are some levels of support, but it's actually held this support level the last 2 times. So if it does hold this support level at $70, then we can easily see this go back up to 86 bucks or 20% profit, which would just be incredible to put some money in on this and hold it. Now, I do have a few shares of this company. I have 4 shares at 73.31, so it has dropped almost $3 whole since I initially added to this. I thought it would potentially bounce on that 200-day moving average. It didn't, and it may consolidate a little bit right here at the $70 level. It could even go down as low as, you know, $60 to $65. But I wanted to get a little skin in the game. I do believe I'm going to hold this for a couple of, you know, days or weeks, depending on what this does, and average down slightly. I'll probably get this position up to about $1,000, because 20% of $1,000 would be 200 bucks. If I put 1,000 into this, make 200, put 1,000 into Nvidia, make another 200, and then put 1,000 into AMD and make another 200. Doesn't mean all 3 of them have to play out, but if they did, that'd be $600 on a $3,000 investment, which would still be 20%. Now, my goal here on this channel is to make about 10% a week or 40% a month, usually through day trading, but I may consider swing trading these companies just because they are so oversold. Now, the thing I like about TQQQ is it does track the overall market. It actually plays off of QQQ, which is the Invesco QQQ Trust, and this is a 1-for-1 of the NASDAQ market. So whenever the NASDAQ market moves 1%, QQQ will move 1%, whereas TQQQ will move 3%. So if there is a 5% move on the NASDAQ, TQQQ will have a 15% move, which is why I'd rather invest in TQQQ Pro Shares Ultra Pro than actual QQQ. Now, QQQ is even more expensive. It's at $475. It has seen a pullback of about 6%, whereas TQQQ is only $71 and has seen a pullback of over 17%. So very significant pullback for sure. I hope you guys enjoyed this little video here. I'm excited to see what happens with the market and what it does to come. Don't forget, I also go live Monday through Friday, so you can actually watch me trade these positions as they play out in real time. Ask me questions, get inside my head, and get involved with the community of over 70,000 members now. It's pretty fun. We have a lot of fun in the morning. And also, you will see our Sunday night stock talks. They are weekly stock talks at 7 p.m. We'll be talking about these same 3 companies and adding a few more companies to the list so that you guys can be aware and informed of what's going on in the real world, in the stock market. So thanks for watching, and we'll see you all in our Monday morning live stream.